Gurubhyo Namaha. Om. So yesterday we spoke about Nididhyasana in the 6th chapter. The shlokas in the 6th chapter have to be rearranged because some topics are jumbled in the sense some idea has to be spoken later, it has come before. Some idea has to be spoken here, has come later. So slightly the shlokas have to be, if you do little bit of rearrange, then you get a sequence of the teaching. I made like this. I myself made like that. Where did I put on? It is here. First, Karma Yoga, I think I made into 10 steps. The entire topics of, I think I'll write and give you in English separately. I wrote it down in Sanskrit here. All the topics are 10 topics. First is Karma Yoga as a preparatory step for Jnana Yoga, for Dhyana. Karma Yoga is a preparatory step for Dhyana Yoga. So that's the first step. Second is the preparation for Dhyana Yoga. You have to live a lonely life, a solitary life, not too much absorbed in the social life, because it disturbs. It's not against society or anything. It only disturbs, doesn't allow your concentration, doesn't allow the inwardness. Therefore, just as a help for your meditation, live alone, not too much involved in worldly relationships, even social relationships also, just to be detached. In fact, in a way, they recommend sannyasa. Sannyasa, the renunciation means not having any intimate, social, intimate, emotional, and obligatory relationship. Because this obligatory relationship brings a pressure on you. So to avoid the pressure in your mind, let the relationship be just natural, spontaneous, not feeling a pressure on you. So the second step. Third is the food. The bodily correction, 1, 2, 3. 3 steps are there for body. One is the food. I think, have we discussed about food, or has it come? Yeah, food. Regarding what kind? The food should be sattvic, natural, easily digestible, should not bring you sleep and disturbance and all that. Because body itself is not main thing in dhyana, but body should not disturb, should not attract your mind towards the body. We have to detach, de-identify with the body and stay as Atma. In dhyana, we de-identify with the body and stay as a Sakshi. But as a beginner, is a sadhaka, so he may slip down to the body level. If there is a pain, if there is uneasiness, ill health, etc., then attention, body catches attention. Then your inward attention goes away, slips down, will come to the body level. Therefore, ahara vihara. Your sleep, waking, food, and movement, all should be very balanced things. Should not be extreme. Neither sleep, nor food, nor any other interaction. Interaction with people also should not be highly disturbing, commercial, political, or war type of interactions. Interactions should be smooth, selfless, and simple relationship. Therefore, ahara vihara. Next comes then sitting in a meditation seat. That is a lifestyle, physical lifestyle he spoke about. Next comes sitting in a meditative seat. When you sit in a meditation seat, where to sit, how to sit, what direction you have to face, they are not much important. Direction for the upasana, you have to face the eastern, we say. But eastern because our Meru, you know the Meru mountain. Meru mountain is the north pole, is Meru mountain. So we face the north pole. But anyway, for sunrise also we face. So eastern we face generally. So for all our rituals, we face east or face north. That's all. No other directions. South never, and west also we never. We face north. North is Meru, east is because of the sunrise. For all our rituals, for most of them, we face this. I don't know how Indians do when they go to America. I have no idea. It means any Europe or America in England, how do they face, where do they face, we don't know. We leave it to them anyway. I mean only in India, so we have no idea. So, Dig Desha Kala. Then the place where you sit, it should be silent, not disturbing. You see the noises, etc., they come and disturb. So there should not be, the noise should not catch you. That should not disturb you. That's why I told, we need urgently one lecture hall and one meditation hall. We just don't have. So only all other things, only more disturbing. So we need a lecture hall and a meditation hall where people can find a really peaceful place. So all around there is a disturbance. Then asana, sitting posture. How to make an asana down, and then how to sit. These are all superficial things which anybody can understand according to the context. But anyway, Bhagavad Gita tells only that. Next comes to the first thing is food and movement of the body. Second about asana. Asana means a seat. Then the third is the condition of the body. When you sit in the asana, how do you sit? Sit erect. I think this I told you already. I think in our talks, no, I think we discussed. Sichau deshe pratishtapya tatra ekagram prashantatma ekaki yata chittatma bandhuratmatmanastasya. No, it has not yet come. It will come later. Oh, yuktahara vihara. I have not told about this food and others. It will come later. Yes, food will come in the next shloka. Anyway, we will directly go to this thing. So then, briefly I will tell, then the bodily condition. How should be your position? It should be stand erect, and then hands, where do you put the hands? How do you close your eyes or open? All these things, the bodily condition. It is not hard and fast. See, it is not a ritualistic that you talk about the condition of the body. The purpose is, it should help your inward mind to be relaxed and not get distracted. That's the only purpose. Not any rituals that you should face only eastern direction. You should put hands like this alone. This way, this way, this way. You put anywhere, it doesn't matter. Just a suggestion. You put your hands and body in such a way that it will not. Suppose you bend like this, it disturbs you, develops a pain and all that. So then you get distracted. Ultimately, mind should remain relaxed and should be able to pay attention to Atma. Then the body should not pose any problem. Therefore, the posture should be such, it should be very relaxed, undisturbing, without creating any pressure on you. Body should be very light and relaxed. Therefore, the condition of the body, the sitting posture and all. Then where should be your eyes? Eyes looking. Eyes should be just either closed, or you see something very close to you, don't pay attention to the world. That's the idea. Like these conditions. Then the mental condition. Mental condition we are talking here. See some of the shlokas, as I told you, the ideas are jumbled. First he should have discussed the bodily condition and then mental condition. We are discussing mental condition and later talks of bodily condition. 14th shloka, which we are discussing now, it is talking of the mental condition. It is a 6th point in my sequence. I have rearranged them. So the 5th point, bodily condition, will come in the next shloka. It should have come earlier. Anyway, I have rearranged these things in my Samskrita and I put it in English and will give you later. I think probably tomorrow I'll give you. Just one page I can do it. I'll do it, give you tomorrow. Then the mental condition. For mental condition, in this present shloka, 14th shloka, Prashantatma Vigadabhihi. Keep your mind peaceful and relaxed. Not working, scheming, planning, diplomatic, aggressive, trying to attack. If mind is in that condition, it can't meditate. If you consider some enemy, you have to defeat him, or you are developing a strategy and trying to do all something. This disturbs you. Therefore, mind should be no enemy towards anybody. That's our Indian meditation, that Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Let everybody be happy. I have no any enemy at all. All of them are, I just love them. I forgive if somebody hurt me, somebody does anything. So I apologize if I have harmed anybody, hurt anybody. I apologize and I forgive. Both should be there. If I have harmed anybody, anywhere in my life, so whatever language, whatever religion, whatever society, whatever way, whatever they are, just to leave them to themselves. So I have no objection to anybody. I am not against anybody. I am not an enemy of anybody. I don't feel others as an enemy to me. See, two ways. Neither I feel inimical, hostile to anybody, nor I consider somebody as hostile to me. Nobody. So I am just a natural, spontaneous, loving, caring, friendly to all. I feel everybody is friendly to me. They may have their own weaknesses, their own problems. They may be angry. They may be. We leave it to them. But from my angle, I consider everybody as friendly to me. They may do some mistakes, but that is due to their weaknesses, misunderstanding, unnecessary hatred. That unnecessary hatred is their mistake, not worth hating. If he hates because of his ideology, religious ideology, political ideology, if he misunderstands, that is due to his misunderstanding. So I should not take his hatred for me. If I take his hatred for me seriously, I get disturbed. See, two things. He hates me, I pity him rather than taking his hatred seriously. If I take his hatred seriously, I will also start hating, then you get disturbed. You can't meditate. So you understand his hatred is due to immaturity, misunderstanding, childishness. This is what we say. He is hating me. Recognize, he hates me. He may be given person, may be given society, may be given nation. A nation may hate me. A society may hate me. A certain group of people may hate me. But I place the hatred in such a way, I understand, in such a way that I don't get disturbed. See, this is a Hindu, this Bhagavad Gita has got a very good knack, right way of handling. I don't hate others. I know how to take others' hatred in such a way that I don't get disturbed. So this our people didn't know how to handle. Our whole Hindu society, at least many of the people, some of the people know, but most of the people didn't know how to handle the hatred of other societies against Hinduism, Hindu society and India. Even now many people don't know. They want to violently react, or they feel hurt that they are hating us. Don't feel hurt. Don't violently react. At the same time, don't whitewash them. They say, no, Islam teaches love to everybody. All religions are same. Christianity also teaches love for Hinduism. No, this kind of talk is nonsense. So, if you know that, like communism also hates Hinduism, if you know that they hate us, you get disturbed. Now, how to handle your disturbance? So, two ways. One is, imagine that they are not really so bad, they are all good people, we love them, care for them, they are all good people, their religion is good, their philosophy is good, so everything see positively, so whitewash them and don't see any defects at all. This is one way. This is good for you, for your mind, but in your actual social life, it's a problem. In actual practical life, it's a problem. If you call all villains as nice people, you see, in India, handles like that. Terrorists are nice people. They are only suffering from some kind of problem. Therefore, so you just say, no, he didn't mean it. We are responsible. Hindus say, most of the people, they blame us only. Oh, we are responsible for their becoming terrorists. Therefore, we alone are responsible. Don't blame them. Try to please them. So, this strategy, politicians are using against us. Our religious teachers, most of our religious gurus, say, don't look at others' hatred, others' wrong ideologies, others, divisive, hateful, monotheistic ideology. Don't look at them. Consider it is all God's wish. Everything is Bhagavan. In fact, moreover, even they are also Bhagavan. Prophet Muhammad is an avatar of Bhagavan and everything. Now try to see all this thing. So, this is good in one sense, that your mind in yourself, don't hate anybody. You treat everybody as nice. This is good for you in your mind, but in actual life you can't live. So, accept their divisive, hateful ideology. At the same time, don't get disturbed. Remain sane, peaceful. Don't work up fear and hatred. Neither fear nor hatred. That's an important. Neither fear nor hatred. Don't carry in your conscious or subconscious mind, nowhere. You should be able to recognize the fact, at the same time, remain undisturbed. This is an important knack. This is a very important thing. Don't get disturbed. So, how not to get disturbed from their ideology? You have to, in your actual social life, you have to talk to them, engage them, help them, discuss with them, all that you have to do them. First thing is they are in that narrow ideology, a fanatic ideology. Fanatic, narrow religious ideology or economic ideology, whatever it is, it's narrow. You have to talk to them, help them to see how it is wrong, how it is narrow. So that is a big job you have to go on. Okay, so that should go on one side. But without whitewashing, seeing the fact as it is, still you should learn how not to get disturbed. This is a very important thing. Very few people know. Most of the people only try to whitewash them and don't look at their thing. Whatever they are, think of God alone. This is only trying to run away into the shell in your cave, thinking that they won't disturb. We call it ostrich mindset. Ostrich, you know, a bird is there, an ostrich bird. You must have heard it. It's a long bird, it's a big bird, stands like this, it has got a head. And if some danger it suspects, it puts its mouth, its face in the earth, buries its mouth in the earth. It buries its head in the earth. It waits like that, thinking that the storm or enemy is gone. After some time, then it opens it. But in the process, somebody may come, some lion or tiger will come and jump over it. It thinks that we call, similarly, in English we call ostrich mindset. But in Indian languages, we call cat's mindset. Cat, C-A-T, cat. Cat also, have you seen? When it is licking the milk, you try to beat, try to drive it away, it closes eyes and keeps again drinking. Closes eyes. When you try to beat it, it closes eyes, but it won't stop drinking milk. It keeps.
It's also in the
Cat. We say it's a cat's mindset. Like you try to beat him, drive away, it closes eyes and keeps on drinking. By closing your eyes, you think that problem is solved. So this kind of ostrich mentality is good tentatively for an individual. If an individual seeing the others inimical to me, hostile to me, I get disturbed. I don't know how to handle. So the person is too much getting disturbed because somebody hates you, some ideology hates you, some group of society hates you. So how to help him? They say, don't ignore them, don't look at it. Call that is also Bhagavan. All that Bhagavan does it, don't worry. You remain relaxed and you do your meditation. So it is good for a given individual case. For your personal case, closing your eyes is okay. But your actual social life, that's not right. So this difference, so whatever some of our gurus have advised, they have kept only this in view. We are addressing you. See, our gurus advise, personal advices, many things, not social advices. If somebody is getting disturbed, tell me what is your cause. See, they hate us. Okay, think that they are also Bhagavan. That is also God's wish alone. Don't worry. I am relaxed. Okay, do your meditation. I am only helping you how not to get disturbed by telling even lie. Doesn't matter. You remain relaxed and you don't get disturbed and you do meditation. It's enough for you. So they address a given person's problem individually. That's all. They are not addressing the whole society. So most of the Hindus developed this ostrich mindset that, oh, Islam is good, all Christianity, church is good, communism is also good, it is all God's wish alone, so don't worry, you do your meditation, you do Vedanta, all problems are taken care of by God. So our Hinduism is beginningless, it is not started by any given individual, any prophet, therefore it is it is from the beginning of the world, God created, it's God's responsibility, He will look after, you don't worry. Even if there are terrorists around you, God will look after. Just remain, continue your meditation, forget it. So this is good for you addressing your problem in your mind. Your mind, just ignore and just close your eyes and just this. But it is ostrich. Actual life, it is an ostrich mindset. Okay. But here, the balance is accept their hatred, their plans. They want to do mischief. They want to wipe out other religions. It is a fact. Aggressively they are working. It's a fact. But don't get disturbed. Don't get disturbed. One is, the very ideology is a selfish, wrong thinking. It is a misunderstanding, because you can see obviously it is illogical. Selfish, illogical, motivated by fanaticism and bigotry. There is no universal fact involved in it. There is no universal truth as a basis to their theology, their ideology. So once it is not a universal truth, it is a misunderstanding. It is an illusion. Therefore, if you understand that they are under misunderstanding, then you can pity them. Don't whitewash, but you can pity them. They are under misunderstanding. You have to handle them, face them, explain to them. But sometimes you have to directly face them also. You can be sympathetic to them, but don't whitewash. If you whitewash and then live like an ostrich, that won't solve. So, not whitewashing and living like an ostrich, but rather understand it and see sympathetically and try to help them to come out of their narrow mind. That Hindus don't want to do, and they say that they should be good on their own. If they are not good, just imagine that they are good people. Neither works. Hindus don't try to teach the world. If they have got a narrow theology, wrong theology, why not we go all over the world and teach? It is not your personal thing. Fact is a fact. Just like science is a fact, it's not anybody's personal view. It's not a personal ideology or theology. It's a fact. This also is a science only. Like science, it is a fact. When it is a fact, why can't you go and teach all over the world? This is a one big mistake. Hindus don't want to teach because they think that it is their responsibility to come and learn. We leave it to them. They should come on their own and learn. Otherwise, we won't teach them. Or they say, whitewash them. Or they say, since God created all religions, they might be all religions, might be same. So they just imagine, they think all are same. Probably they don't know, but it is there, everybody says. So this is sitting here, they imagine, second thing. Then one more problem is, some of our politicians are doing, this Vedanta is a part of Hinduism. Hinduism is a religion. Religion is fanaticism. Therefore, all religions should be private, no publicly teaching. So Hindu government, Indian government or Indian society, mainstream society should distance from Vedanta, because Vedanta is part of religion. It is religion. Our Nehru would say, some French, Andrew Malraux was a French, some minister or somebody, in those days, Nehru's time. He read little bit of Vedanta. He was not very great expert, but he would talk to Nehru, hey, Shankaracharya is non-divisive. Our European religions are divisive. We call God and Satan. Shankaracharya has no Satan. He sees everything as God. Is India going to follow that? After independence, before independence, he spoke to Nehru. Then after independence, is India, are you going to teach that? Because you see, there is no Satan. How great is Shankara's philosophy? It doesn't divide people. It sees every human being as the same God. Are you going to teach that? He asked Nehru. What? A fellow is a communist, is a fellow, is a thoughtless fellow, is a brainless person. Is a shallow, childish fellow. He just has no brain. And Nehru said, no, we have no time. We don't want to teach any religion. If poverty is our problem, we want to address. We don't want religion. Shankara and Vedanta is a religion for him. That fellow doesn't know what is religion, what is Vedanta. And he says, no, we don't want to teach religion, so we want secularism and we want to address poverty. Poverty is our problem. So this is the thing. So one side, first reducing Vedanta, put Vedanta into religion. And see all Islam, Christianity, how fanatics and are trying to control. They say Hinduism also will do, therefore we will control Hinduism also, because they are all religions. So we bring secularism. Secularism is beyond religion. Religion is very private and personal. In India, one more peculiar thing. In India, Hindus are in majority, therefore there is a greater risk if you allow religion. Therefore, Hinduism should be controlled. Then what about Islam and Christianity? They are minority. Minority is not a problem. We give them special facilities, special protection. They can teach, they can run educational institutions, government department will give them money and everything separately. We don't question them. They run their own institutions, everything. Their temples, their everything, we don't question. Government will give them money because they are minority. We give them special protection. Hinduism, we set aside because secularism, we should not bring it. So, first they reduced Vedanta into religion. Then they call all religions are very fanatics. Therefore, we keep it private. Then next week comes, we protect special protection for minority. What you have rejected, you brought back the same. So, that is a wrong policy. Okay. So, hatred, either due to economic reason, social reason, political reason, or individual reason, whatever it is. If the other person is harmful, hateful to me, how do I handle? I handle because one thing is I don't carry hatred. First I see it is an immaturity. We call it as an ajnana. Hatred is due to ajnana. It may be organized hatred, it is maybe individual hatred, it may be socio-political hatred, it may be even religious, ideological, theological hatred. Even their God-given hatred of Satan and all are equal to ignorance, we say. All that means immaturity, ignorance of people. Because they don't have that broader vision that the truth is same, Atma is same in everybody. This essential fact they miss. Therefore, they think because their ideology, theology itself is wrong, is a misunderstanding, is a human misunderstanding, is a huge human misunderstanding. Their theology itself is a narrow, is a huge human misunderstanding. Then you have once we understand this, it is not a fact. You can see clearly they have no explanation for it. They say our God said, we have to accept it. So they use the name of God to not to question it. You question it. If you question it, you will come out. It will come out how it is a it's a wrong thing, it's an illusion. To prevent you from questioning it, they say it's a God or prophet, whatever you do, God or prophet. Is God said or prophet said. So it prevents you all questioning. All don't use logic, don't question. In science and other area you can question. But here we question everything, including God, world, everything we question. In Vedanta we question everything, we don't leave out anything. No, they say we should not question. So the God is a word, if you say, what is God? God is a word to prevent you to do any inquiry, any search, any research, any tattva vichara. God is a word which prevents tattva vichara. But in Hinduism, God doesn't prevent, in fact, God encourages. Our God encourages, wants you to do vichara, wants you to do to inquiry and go ahead. And the faith is only a tentative. Tentative in the sense, before you understand, don't be negative about what you are going to understand. Keep your mind open, you are inquiring. So, before you inquire, before you start inquiry, you see that there is going to be truth I am going to discover. What it is, we don't know. But there is some truth. Whatever is, we are going to discover. Hoping that there is some truth and we are going to discover this much of tentative acceptance of some truth. Tentative acceptance. Hoping to discover. So this belief, this faith is what we mean. But this faith is healthy. Even scientists or anybody needs it. And it is a tentatively we are accepting that there is some truth which we don't know, we are going to find out. But have a positive mind, hope and do search, because the truth which is there, which is universal. Whoever comes, anybody can discover. It's open to all. Anybody who sincerely tries to understand, he will get it. So why hide it? Why blind it? Why prevent questioning it? Questioning doesn't destroy the truth. If you question, in fact, the truth comes out correctly. Therefore, we are not afraid of the truth, questioning. So the truth is there. So tentatively you have to accept it. Don't start disbelieving. Don't start thinking negatively about it right now. Before you inquire, before you find out, don't start with negativity. This is what we mean. Faith means don't start with negativity. No atheism. No atheism means don't think negatively about it. Because when you don't know, how can you think negatively? How can you form an opinion that God doesn't exist? First thing is, God means what? First, you have no idea of what God is. You already imagine God is like another person, like our monotheistic God is like another human being. That's all. He keeps on threatening. He has got individual views, individual opinion, and most of them are very shabby, wrong, foolish, and even worse than human being. So the concept of God looks so individual human being alone. Worst human being, not best human being. He has got his own ego, his own jealousy, his own pettiness, his own all these things. So he divides people, he hates, he gets angry with somebody and all this. These are all human weaknesses. And you imagine that put God as a one person like another me, and like a king. In those days, king was there, and king has got his own whims and fancies, and you glorify whims and fancies as divine. But whims and fancies how can you call him divine? Huh? See, in our Leela, I'll tell you just a little deviation. In Krishna Leela, God comes in a human form. Lumps like Balakrishna, Balarama. An innocent baby does some mischievous plays and all those things. There you can enjoy the whims and fancies. Like a baby wants to do that, wants to play with that thing. You give this, no, I don't like it. But it is good, but still baby doesn't like it. It likes some particular color. Baby likes it, you give him. We don't call it a prejudice and all. Baby, innocent baby tries to play. We just enjoy. Similarly, Balakrishna, so he likes some play. Okay, we give him. He likes butter, you give him. They don't question logically, just for play. So here when Bhagavan comes in a human form, he has got his own whims and fancies. He wants to play with something, he wants to have something. So there we don't question. We enjoy it. But if you want to understand the nature of God, you can't attribute all whims and fancies, human whims and fancies. But for a baby, God when assumes in a human form as a playful form, we imagine lot of whims and fancies. We enjoy them also. Here we know them, they are just for sake of play. They are not logically true, they are not real. Just to enjoy, so that your mind can have a good feelings, a nice feelings. Say, when you call a baby's whims and fancies, like Krishna as a baby has whims and fancies, here one good thing is, you don't judge them. You don't question them. Accept all his plays, all his acts, words and movements, etc. All those things without questioning, without categorizing, without calling it good and bad. You set aside good and bad. Just acceptance. You learn an acceptance without questioning, without prejudice, good and bad and all. You don't bring them. Just accept it. So this helps to get a mind which is natural, spontaneous, non-judging. So to prepare a mind for antakarana shuddhi visa, therefore it is a upasana. It is a Bhagavan's Leela is an upasana. It helps your mind to unprejudiced mind, non-questioning mind. But they say it's a God's word, don't question. See the difference. We accept Bhagavan's Leela. Bhagavan also, when he comes in a human form, in a child form, he also has got whims and fancies. But those whims and fancies for meditation, not for actual life. When you meditate on Krishna's Leela, there just you enjoy them. He does anything, goes and teases that gopis and etc. Gopis also enjoy, you also enjoy, just to make it as a fun. So in these things, you are unprejudiced. Don't question, accept every word like the wind and earth and plant, animals, world, sun and moon and everything you accept unquestioningly. Just to see them as enjoy fun. So in these things, the unprejudiced mind comes. Don't divide people, don't judge them, don't this thing. So to make your mind pure, it is a good upasana. But there, God has got certain whims and fancies. Only these whims and fancies of God But if you have it is wrong, but he can have it. Now you glorify those whims and fancies of God as a true. They are real, they are divine, and you want to follow. Those whims and fancies, you want to follow actual life. God hates Satan, God hates certain group of people, Hindus, so you also hate. God wants you to torture them, you go and torture and exploit them. This creates a problem. See? So now this Christian missionary tried to say, you also talk of whims and fancies of Krishna. We talk what is wrong. Hindus say, yeah, that is true. All religions are same. See, they are not able to see the difference. We talk of whims and but it is only a meditative, not for actual life. We have got Krishna Leelas, they are existing in Sanskrit and Hindi and Indian languages. I don't know. Maybe they are in English also. You try to see them, you will be shocked to see. But they are all for meditation, not for, like they are not theologies to be implemented in social life. For there, that the biblical God or Quranic God, his whims and fancies are all humanistic, all dividing, hateful and all them. Now they take them literally true and they say, your God is only an imagination. Your God is only a mythical, our God is historical. So our God's whims and fancies are real, yours is mythical. But mythical is better, they won't create problems. But your real is only destroying the world, hating the world, dividing the people. The hatred has become reality. The aggression, invasion, destruction has become reality. But for us, these Krishna's whims and fancies, Krishna kills, asuras. There also, a few asuras he really killed. But few more asuras are made up. In Bhagavata, many asuras are made up. And you see them, how he kills them, lot of stories that, Kaliya Mardana. Have you seen Krishna's ever heard? Bhagavata. Kaliya Mardana, that big snake, and he stands over it. People enjoy the play. They listen to the story. But all this story is meant for meditation, not for actual doing. They say, Krishna Leela, Bhagavata is for meditation. Is for, you keep on dwelling on it, so that you see all the events of the world. All the events of the world, natural events, social events, human events, without judging, without ego, without individual angle of looking, see them all are universal things. So you just see them, you learn to see them without any individual prejudice, see them just enjoy as an event, as a fun. So it makes your mind pure. So for meditation is okay. They say these are all Leela. We talk them as a Leela, that's all. Leela is meant to meditate, for meditation, for purifying the mind. They are not actual theologies that these are historical religion. God hates and there is a Satan and you must hate him. Whoever follows, go and kill him. We didn't bring it. For the worldly life, we have the Dharma Shastra. We have different. Dharma Shastra is different from Purana, which is a Bhakti Shastra. Upasana Shastra, that's why we say Karma Shastra, Upasana Shastra, then Jnana, Vedanta. We have got three. Karma, Upasana, Jnana. Karma, actual life. Now what is the discipline? Ritual discipline, social discipline, certain social laws. Social laws have to be very practical. Ritual only to the ritual situation. So we have got different dharma. Social dharma, social, economic, political, other dharma, they have to be very practical. Only social life, social values, common sense should govern the social laws. Social, political, economic, these should be designed based upon practical life. You can't go by God and then you say, God wanted me to hate you, therefore I will hate you. Hey, you can't bring that hatred here. Krishna's Leela, Krishna played with Gopi, therefore I will play with others and tease them, rag them. You can't do that. Because social life, social laws have to be based upon practical. We call them Adi Bhautika Dharma. Adi Bhautika Dharma. Then Adi Daivika, in a ritual context, you take them, a temple and etc., only for the ritual context, in a special context, don't generalize them. So each context, because that gives you certain discipline, that shapes your mind, a certain outlook, certain angle of looking. It helps you to purify your mind and go. So that is a ritual discipline. So in Dharma Shastra is for living. Upasana, Puranas and stories and etc. for meditating, so that your mind become pure and then it understands many angles of looking. It removes the prejudice. Don't judge it and see them everything spontaneously, naturally, without ego, without frustration, without individual thing. So it serves as a catharsis, purifies your mind and makes your mind relaxed and peaceful. But the jnana comes, then you transcend, try to go to the truth of it, not the apparent form. Like the waves, leaving the waves, go to water. at the content level, then everything is the truth. So this way, there is no problem. We have many Puranas, we have got many more stories we create, but we know them, they are meant for meditation. So some of them you may view in your dream, or you may in your meditative postures, people may come to have. See some bhaktas sitting in a meditation, they come to see Krishna, Shiva, they are coming and talking to you, appearing to you. They are all visions. But these visions are in your pure mind, you keep on dwelling on it and you start seeing them. Any visions can be good and bad. Visions can be, any vision you can have, but some of them very harmful visions. Some of them are positive visions. These visions are nothing but mind has to be practiced. You have to practice it for a long time. Then what your mind practiced, meditated upon it, after some time you start seeing them. You can see anything. You can see anything. But it is only mind's construction. In a mind, purified mind keeps on, there they make a rules. Take of these things, talk of these qualities, these forms, these leelas, these events, only talk of this thing. You keep on meditating, your mind will be infused with that so much that after a while you start seeing them. Krishna really coming. He coming and talking to you. People listen to their voices. You listen to their voice, but you alone listen, others won't listen. They say it is good. So visions themselves are neither good nor bad. Some of them are good, some of them are wrong. Because depending upon your mind. If your mind is pure, that's why we say two things. Shastra gives a certain vision, certain leelas. Only contemplate, meditate on them. Don't meditate your own imaginary. Or in the name of God, that God wants you to hate, therefore I hate. Don't imagine them. Imagine only those imaginations or those set of imaginations ordained by Shastra. Shastra or Bhaktas have imagined, have seen certain form, certain color, certain place of Krishna, and they have given you only remain that. Don't add your own individual egoistic imaginations. If you add your own egoistic, that will create problems to you. So two things. Actual life, you start hating others. Then second thing is, in your imagination also, you start imagining negative things. If you imagine negative things, you will get negative visions. In the negative visions, then your mind gets spoiled. It's a very delicate thing. Therefore, it is a systematic guided meditations. So therefore, whatever Shastra gives, those forms and colors and place, only those you imagine. Again and again and again you imagine with all your faith, with all your holy feeling, and over a period of time your mind gets purified, start seeing the vision. So here in the process, mind should become sattvika. It should give up ego, it should give up pettiness, it should give up what you call negative qualities like hatred and all. Hatred, jealousy, fear, insecurity, they should go away. So it should touch your heart, move your heart, so that your heart gets filled with love and compassion and friendliness. So in the process, your mind gets purified. And then your vision will be only positive visions. Vision comes and goes. It doesn't stay all the time. May stay for a few more days, okay. Or keeps coming often. Some people get vision weekly once, or once in a few days. Or whenever you wish, it comes and it goes away. Let it come and go away. But all these visions are depending upon your purity of the mind. They are meant for purity. Vision itself is neither good nor bad. But if your mind is impure, you get bad visions, and that will harm you. So this is how we say. So they start, you see, your Hinduism also has got, why do you question ours? Our Hindus don't know how to answer. Means a common man Hindus. We have got an answer. They don't listen to us. They learn from only missionaries alone. Our Hindus learn from missionaries. They will say, see, your Hinduism also has got. In fact, our Jesus is better than your Krishna. Krishna, you see, is ragging and killing people. Our Jesus won't kill anybody. Jesus is God. Your Krishna is killing all asuras. Therefore, he's killer. He is not. Our Jesus loves everybody. Jesus dies for others. He doesn't kill. Now our Hindus get confused. So these missionaries manipulate. And we will discuss it. No, our Hindus don't give time to discuss at all. They go to their schools and they allow them one-side lecture. And we discuss them. No, we don't want to listen. We are not interested. But they go. In the schools and colleges, it's a secular government. Hinduism should be set aside, but you should listen all Bible and Quran in our schools. This is what is happening in the name of secularism. Secularism means only Christianizing, Islamizing is secularism in India. That's what ultimately means. So, we have got imaginations, God's whims and fancies. Then Krishna also has got, Rama also has. Here you see two things. Ramayana, Ramas, even Krishna's also two things are there. In Mahabharata Krishna and Bhagavata Krishna. In Mahabharata, Krishna is a practical man, lives like another human being, he's got strategy and everything. He's a statesman, he's a leader, he's a king. But whereas in Bhagavata, it's meant for meditation, you've got lot of whims and fancies. Similarly, in Ramayana, we have got two Ramayana. One is Adhyatma Ramayana, another is Valmiki Ramayana. In Valmiki Ramayana, is a practical man, lives like human being with all good discipline, values and character, life and character and all that. But there are imaginative, meditative Rama. That is in Adhyatma Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana. Tulsi Ramayana talks of all imagination. That's good for meditation, you imagine. So that helps you to be free from prejudice. So this distinction, our people don't explain, they don't allow them, and then missionaries use it. They distort. In fact, our Hindus know only our missionaries' interpretation of Hinduism. These missionaries have written hundreds and thousands of books. They are spread all over the world. Whole world knows about Hinduism through missionaries, not through us. We have left it to them. It is their job. In fact, our people say also, let them come and learn and go. We don't go and teach. Our acharyas, our Shankaracharyas, our all acharya, Ramanujacharya, everybody, they say, we don't go and teach them. Let them come and learn and go and teach their disciples. Yes, the missionaries say, yes, we are coming here. You teach us. We'll go and teach our Europe and America. Yes, we'll teach them. They'll go and distort everything and tell this is Hinduism all over the world. India urgently is in need of Jesus' light. Now we have to destroy them. This is what is happening. Therefore, whims and fancies you can't attribute to God. You can swim in a human baby form and then does it. That's only we enjoy. We also know it's a baby. Baby does it just for fun, just for enjoying. So we take them. That's why Krishna's people attribute lot of whims and fancies. But we enjoy all those whims and fancies because we know them, they are harmless. They are harmless. But if actual life start hating, you hate that person, he is a heathen, and then I am this. Now that becomes a problem. Okay, so this is the difference. So whims and fancies are only for Leela Rupa, not for actual God. But therefore we question, what is the real nature of God? In the real nature of God, don't attribute any human weaknesses. Once you see He transcends individuality, then how can you have the individual weaknesses? Individuality He may assume, consciously assumes. When He assumes a beautiful form, a beautiful human form, very beautiful form with a full of good character, loving and caring and this thing, when He assumes. But you can't attribute all human weaknesses to Him and call that this is God He revealed. So in the name of God, they take all human weaknesses, human whims and fancies, glorify them, divinize them. Holy, make them holy. Now don't question. It is religion, don't question. Religion. Religion is personal belief, matter of belief. You are not supposed to question. This is creating problem. But in Hinduism, we don't have that. We question. When we don't question, we say the reason. It is only for imagination, therefore not for actual practice. Then it's okay. They say don't question, but actually they bring it. Now this is where a double tongue creating problem. So we should discuss openly. We keep on, before discussing they say everything is same. This is a blanket. One thing is too much. Therefore, the nature of God has to be understood as He is. So the instrument which is trying to understand Ishvara, the instrument interferes, mind interferes, the human mind. So human mind has to be made transparent. Pure means it has to be, there are two kinds of purity. Two kinds of purity. One is, if you are doing a Saguna Bhagavan's meditation, then you need one kind of purity. When you want Vedantic Vichara, then you need another kind of purity. For Saguna, you need a mind which is suited to Saguna meditation. But in Vedanta, the purity means transparent. Mind has to be unprejudiced, doesn't take sides, doesn't become emotional. It has to be transparent like a piece of glass. Piece of glass is totally transparent, colorless. Mind has to be too pure so that it can do vichara. In Vedanta vichara, mind has to be too transparent. But in Saguna Brahma, the mind has to be in keeping with your Vishnu or Shiva or Devi, whichever form, just to suit it to that. But there also, you don't hate other forms of God. So your mind has to be tuned to that particular form so that your mind imagines, then starts having the vision of it. So there, the purpose is to get his qualities, his divine qualities, and also his form, qualities, his place, so that you can have a darshan of them. Or if you don't have the vision, at least your mind will be tuned to them. It will be at least pure from the worldly. It will be purified from the worldly, petty, selfish feelings will go away. See, God means even if he is a Saguna form, he is a universal form. He is not again individual. Even in Saguna form, he doesn't carry human weaknesses or even asura weakness. Animalistic weaknesses, asuric weaknesses, human weaknesses he doesn't carry. Even in Saguna form, he is beyond all these negative qualities, but he is full of all positive qualities. So if you take that way, that helps the mind to be purified. So this has to be seen clearly. Otherwise, in the name of God, he said, don't question. It's a God. God revealed, so don't question. Who are you to question? You don't know. You have to accept what they revealed. But first thing is, how do you know it God revealed or not somebody else? Then if somebody, some prophet or somebody claims, how far you know that his mind is pure enough to receive directly from God? Is it God or his own mind is imagining? First thing is it God or is it Satan? How do you distinguish? Is it God or somebody, some imaginary celestial body is coming and how do you know whether it is God or somebody else? There is no logic. Again, you have to apply logic and they say don't apply logic. Now this is becoming again problem. But we have got all these things. First you establish what is it truly God or not. When it cannot be established, then leave it tentative. If you cannot prove it logically, with that leave it tentative. At least go by the quality. If you cannot prove it logically, then leave it. Then don't take a stand. We are not sure of it when we leave it. Don't take a stand that impose on everybody, you must accept this is God's, you can't question. We say maybe, may not be, we don't know. But at least two things are there. Who reveals, who receives, and the nature of revelation. Revelation 3. The revelation, one who reveals and one who receives the revelation. 3. How do you know one who reveals is God, not somebody else? Maybe a little more than human being, but out of them there are many things beyond human are angels. They believe in angels and all. Farishta in Islamic religion. Our people also, they are God, demigods, semi-gods, all kind of gods. Pitru, Devata, so many we have got them. How do you know which one? It could be any other body, any other person. How do you know it's directly God alone? There is no proof. So that puts a big question there. Second thing is one who receives. Is he truly prophet? And he says, God elected me, God selected me. How do you know God selected me? Or it could be your own imagination, isn't it? It could be your own imagination. Many people imagine even now that I saw something in dream, or some people start brainwashing with that. No, yes, God is talking to me and I was thinking, I'm hearing voices, I'm seeing some forms. So any form you see, it becomes divine. Any sound you hear, even many mentally disturbed people also hear sounds. Hey, somebody, my mother is calling from there, he says. The mother passed away and he says, my mother is calling me, and she told me like that. How do you know I feel? What is the proof? Because I feel. Now this is another problem. So, the person who is receiving, you can't. Now receiving, why should be one receiving alone? There can be hundreds of people. Hundreds of people claim that, hundreds, why hundreds? Thousands and millions of people. Each one claims that I am also receiving. Then how do you decide who is correct? Even in this case, you see there are two religions. Jesus says he is the only last one. And he says, I am the last prophet. Jesus was only a simple prophet and I am the prophet. Jesus says, I am the only son. The revelation comes through me alone, not through anybody else. Afterwards, there is no prophet because I am the final. Now, Prophet Muhammad says that no, Jesus was a good prophet, but other people have distorted. They did not maintain the purity of Jesus' teaching. Therefore, God decided that I will send another prophet. But he says that hereafter no prophet will come. How do you know? Who are you to put a seal that no prophet should come later? So these are all illogical. It looks too selfish. Individuality, individual ego is interfering. It's very clear. But why should individual ego? You can only say, I received this message, I don't know what will happen later. This is what I received message, you can take it and leave them. No, I am the last one. Afterwards, no prophet will come. And what I say cannot be changed, it is for eternity. This alone is valid. But how do you know God has selected you? It could be your own illusion. No way of proving. You say you are questioning God. So you use God for everything to prevent questioning. Three things here. One who is revealing whether he is God, we are not sure. And then one who is receiving also, is he really receiving? Why not many other people receive? But for us, there is no one Rishi. There are hundreds and thousands of Rishi. Even you all can become Rishi. Probably we are not so pure enough, we have not prepared. But therefore, we will give you purity, we will prepare you, and then once you get a transparent and pure and egoless, then you can receive. You can receive. Anybody can receive. Any man, woman, anybody, child, anybody can receive. But that receiving condition you must have. That's much we make sure. That receptive condition you must be really pure, not ego, not illusion, not mentally disturbed person. That condition we make sure. Once you become really like Rishi, like mind, you can receive. Anybody can receive. But we tell, if you are really pure enough, what you receive will be more or less the same. The presentation language may see our Rishis, you see, one Rishi was far removed from another Rishi. Centuries different, but the fact received is same. You see North India, Ramana Maharshi, or Ramakrishna, or Shankaracharya, there are so many Rishis, Jnanis. Certain secondary details may differ, but the essential point comes to the same. Because if your mind is pure enough, all the received thing will come to the same truth. Because the truth is same, how can there be many teachings? So it can be received. So it depends upon the purity of mind. Then ultimately, who is revealing, we can't be sure. Who is receiving, we can't be sure. Now only we can say the nature of revelation. That is the only thing we can discuss. Now what you receive, how far it is good and true. So we can only discuss. Therefore, ultimately Hindus told that who is receiving and who is revealing, all these things nobody can be sure. It could be their own imagination. We only talk of the book itself directly. Let us talk about the book, how far it is right, how it is illogical, whims and fancies, human weaknesses, even asuric weaknesses, animalistic weaknesses are found. Then how can you call them? So talk about the very nature of revelation. It looks so shabby, superficial, animalistic, asuric. It can't be religion. Out of them, whichever are good points, which are universal truths, beyond human limitations, beyond human weaknesses, those points in whichever book they are, we accept. In whichever book they are universal truths, we can take them. Where an individual element, egoistic element, animalistic element peeps in, that's wrong. We set aside. Now this is very clean. Now we say, we are not atheistic, that is it. There are many European atheists, they reject all religion. They think, when we criticize like that, they think that you are atheist criticizing our religion. We are not atheistic, we are religious, we believe. But see, this should be a healthy way of thinking. We criticize, our Vedanta to criticize us, but we are not atheistic. We accept it. Therefore, one who is revealing, he can't have human weaknesses, whims and fancies. One who receives also cannot have his own ego and can't deny others being prophets. I am the only prophet. How do you know others are not? How can you deny? If his mind is pure, he will also receive. No, you are not supposed to receive. If you receive, if you claim that you have also received it, then he must be killed. He is a Satan. I alone receive. What is this? Because God told that I will reveal to only one person. But why should God be so miserly that he will receive only one person? Why can't he receive 10 people, 100 people? Why God should reveal only one person? Because God told me. How do you know? Because he told me, I alone know it. But you bring that God, let him tell now. He says no. This all you possess your God and everything is only your personal thing. What God says only through your third person alone. We can't talk directly to God, and you interfere, you control. I say, you shut his mouth and say, anything you want to say, tell me, I'll go and inform. It is something like a person is sitting inside the room, and I come out. What is your question? You tell me this question. I'll go and tell him. And whatever answer he gives and comes to, this is the answer God gave me. How do I know that God gave answer I am giving you? Or I myself have misunderstood God's answer. I might have misunderstood. How do you know? They say, no, God won't talk to you. He will talk to me only. You have no right to listen. Whatever he tells me, you have to. Ultimately, we don't know whether inside there is a God or you alone are going and coming and we don't know who is inside. Is there any inside? It may be a blank also. These are all unverifiable. Don't question. If you question, will kill you. No, ultimate weapon is the only religion. Weapon will kill you. Not the thinking and understanding is gone now. Or manipulate, ban the books, don't allow the books, don't do this thing. Universities control, either political control or weapon control. Now there is no religion. These are all just nothing but mafia gangs. There is nothing, there is no religion, no spirituality, no human. It's not even human civilization. It's not even human. It is asura. That's why we branded all this kind of thinking is nothing but asura. Not even human. Even children are better. It is not even childish. It is worse than childish. It's some kind of that Freud mind it is. It's some kind of a pervert mind. I've read a lot of these things, all this nonsense. There are few good people, whether Europe or everywhere, but that sanity is suppressed. There are few saintly people all over Europe and everywhere there, but they are suppressed. They have no voice. This should be questioned. Therefore, the real thing is not afraid. Only you have to prepare your mind and be open and healthy. It will reveal to you. Only thing is you have to prepare properly, right way. Otherwise, how do you know? Yeah, in this sense, prashantatma vigatabhihi brahmachari vrate sthitaha. So the mental conditions is talking. Mind has to be relaxed. Mind has to be pure. And fearless. Fearless means fear is out of insecurity. Fear comes out of insecurity only. Why should there be fear? Fear comes out of insecurity, worry. But when you are finding out the truth, why fear? Why fear? There may be another kind of fear. Fear of my making mistakes. Then you don't call it fear. I might make mistakes, so therefore I am afraid. But that we don't call fear. That's only an extra careful. You want to be very alert and vigilant, very careful. So that is a positive fear. Fear means you want to be very careful so that you might not make mistakes inadvertently. Very careful, very alertly, point by point you observe. So you don't slip down. That's our only. That fear is good. But we are not talking of that fear. But this fear is out of insecurity. Worry, God is angry, He will kill you. So don't touch them, don't talk of them. Just believe whatever He is. He's killing my very thinking and understanding. The understanding faculty is a healthy faculty and you want to kill it. Then the understanding faculty is killed, only negative emotions come. Insecurity, fear, worry and all. They use the fear and worry and manipulate you and control you. There is no religion, there is no spirituality. All this is only a mind game. So it doesn't work. So here Prashantatma, mind should not be prejudiced, egoistic, dividing, fanatic. Fanaticism is unfit for Vedanta, that's all. How can you be fanatic? Fanatic means he fails to see, doesn't want to see, doesn't want to know the fact. It wants to accept something blindly and don't question. Then there is no Vedanta. There is no meditation at all. That's gone. Whole thing is gone. So Prashantatma Vigatabhihi Brahmachari Vrate Sthitaha. 14th shloka I am telling. Vigatabhihi. Be just fearless. A natural, open. Because when you are finding out the truth, let the mind be very positive, confident, hopeful and loving and trying to understand. When Bhagavan also will be very happy that you are discovering Him. You are discovering Him, the truth will be very happy. Why should you be afraid of the truth? Truth doesn't frighten. In fact, truth liberates. Bible has got very beautiful quotations. You can give plenty of quotations, but all the quotations are used for fanaticism. If you remove the theology, you take the quotations, see, you see the truth liberates you. See, certain statements are very beautiful. I think you must have heard this statement. Certain quotable quotes are beautiful quotations, but all they are used by this narrow theology. If you set aside the theology, Quotations are beautiful. Bible has got beautiful quotes, and they translate in a beautiful English also. They got very beautiful English. I think they bring excellent, good literary, good scholars. They put a beautiful English and a very good quotable quotes, but only spoiled by theology. Whole thing is spoiled by theology. Otherwise, the book itself is good. So this is the problem. So it's all mixed up. Therefore, some people say, oh, it's a good book. Some people say, they mix up all that so that it can pass. If you have all negative alone, they can usually ban. So they don't want it to be banned. They want to present it as a good literature and a good English language. So in the name of language, they want to push theology. In the name of good literature, they want to push. But as a literature, as a language, it is good. It has got beautiful quotations. See, you know the truth. Truth will liberate you. But there is no truth at all. There is only theology. Where is truth? See, you use the word, know the truth, it will liberate you. But there is no truth. There is only belief. See, this is how confusing. The sentence is beautiful sentence. In fact, it can be applied. In fact, Vivekananda uses these statements and talks of Vedanta. So,
there is no concept of liberation is inexistent.
Inexisting. So Vivek, our Indians use these statements. You see how great is the Bible. See, quotations are beautiful, but they are all used in the context of theology.
The maximum is the heaven.
That's all. See, therefore, the words look beautiful. The sentences look beautiful. The sentences out of the theology. Therefore, our Hindus, Indian people like Vivekananda and many people, taken this thing, how beautiful is the Bible. It is talking of the same absolute truth. Oh, I say, it is not there in Europe and anywhere this thing. They say, those Christians don't know. You know what Vivekananda told? In the last 2000 years in the Europe, nobody has understood Bible. Bible talks of Vedanta, Advaita. Nobody has understood. Whole Europe in the last 2000 years has not understood. What does it mean? What kind of this argument does it mean? That means whole Christianity is not understood. That means in the Christianity, this meaning is not there. See, the meaning which you are giving is not there in the Bible, in the biblical tradition. Then when it is not there, you say, they have not understood, but it is there. This confused the Hindus. Hindus are confused because of this kind of talking. So it might help to some of the Europeans that, oh, at least let us come out of theology and try to see, oh, Europe has got a good literature which talks of Vedanta. They light up, our Bible also has got certain Vedantic ideas. It is nice, good feeling that, so that you feel guilty that, oh, our Europe is so bad. No, Europe also is good because you have got very good literature. It gives you good feeling, good self-respect, good confidence. But Indians start thinking that their theology is Vedanta. So Hindus are thoroughly confused. Thoroughly confused. This is what our Hindus have confused a lot. Our people. Therefore, the fact has to be seen clearly. Don't hide it. Don't hide the illusion under a fact. Label it as a fact, but inside is an illusion. A bottle is there. You put it as a sugar, sweet sugar, but inside you put what you call chili powder. You know the chili powder? Yeah. You put a chili powder, very hot, burning, stringent. It burns your tongue, but put a label that it is a sweet. Now, without looking at it, open the bottle and just close your eyes and put it. Then you say, how can the sweet burn? Then you think that, oh, God is trying to test me, but it has to be sweet. Or probably something is, I have committed a sin, therefore I am tasting it. How can the sugar taste pungent? Okay? Sugar tastes sweet only, so my tongue is wrong. I am suffering from some disease, or I have committed the sin. Then what is the solution? Keep eating more and more. After a long time, it will become sweet. You keep on eating and die. And next fellow says, you see, he ate this whole life and he tasted it, therefore you also taste. Goes on this endlessly blind. It is actually chili powder, no sugar at all. Why do you want to please somebody? Don't try to please anybody. Because it is not personal matter. It is a universal truth. Neither you nor me. It is a truth is truth. Go by the truth. It's a universal. We care for feelings. After all, feelings are feelings, okay. But don't let the feeling not decide the truth. Let the feeling readjust to the truth. We don't want to destroy and kill your feelings, so let the feeling readjust to the truth. This is what, supposing you believed something wrong idea. We don't disturb your faith. We change the faith, we change your feeling of love and respect towards the truth. That's all. Have the feeling, but have the feeling and the truth. But they say, no, they violently destroy the feelings and they want you to believe my ideology, my theology. This is creating conflict. Your theology, people's faith in your theology, we destroy, we hate them, we criticize them, we disturb you, we hurt your feelings. But again, you want your same faith on me, my ideology. One side they hurt others' feelings, other side they want to shift it to their theology. So they are working in double way. You create a hatred, you disturb their theology, their faith, and again you want the faith in their theology. But in either way, it is an illusion. Illusion creates a problem. Go to the truth. So therefore, vigata bhihi, let the mind be natural, spontaneous, fearless. Brahmachari vrate sthitaha. Brahmachari means all his sense organs are concentrated. Don't waste your energy of sense organs and mind and just pay attention to it. So it should be enthusiastic, energetic, positive. Not indulge in all worldly pleasures, disturbances. So the brahmachari means a brahmachari, a student who lives under a guru, who doesn't waste his time in unnecessary things, pays attention and serves him in order to learn the truth. Just like a research scholar, his lifestyle is suited to finding the truth. Brahmachari vrata means like a research scholar, he lives a lifestyle which is suited to finding the truth. Similarly, a lifestyle suited to finding the truth. That is brahmachari vrate sthitaha. Manas sanyamya, control the mind. Matchittaha, your mind is devoted to truth alone. Yukta asita matparaha. Be concentrated and totally surrendered and dedicated to me. You'll find it. Okay, 14th somehow we have completed. 15th we'll see tomorrow. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.